Every year, thousands of accidents happen on the road. A lot of people would say young drivers are to blame, which is mainly the case. 3 out of 5 accidents that happen are due to careless driving caused by young drivers. This then causes the price of car insurance for young drivers to go up by ridiculous amounts. The average price of insurance for someone who has just passed their test is £2,000 in the UK. Today, I'm going to be discussing whether the public thinks this is fair. I'll be asking adults and teenagers' opinion who've encountered reckless young drivers at first hand. Firstly, we're going to speak to Alex, who is a young girl who is currently learning to drive but is daunted by the thought of
My name
paying
is
tons for her
Alex.
car insurance.
I'm a student at Colston College, and I'm studying media and hospitality.
Cool. So, what is your opinion on young drivers?
Um, Sometimes they can be reckless. Tends to be the guys speeding, having those little races with their friends, or shouting at bus wankers. Can I say that? Okay. And I don't know. It's not that. It is what it is. It's like some people are show off, some people aren't. But ultimately, if you're safe, then it's okay.
Do you think it's fair that the average price of insurance for a 17-year-old is £2,000 plus?
I think they should base it on. They should probably have like an initial price for insurance, and then if you have been driving a certain way and you haven't faced like any, I don't know, fines or points on your license, then it should be deducted based on the type of driver you are and the amount of miles you've been doing. So it's not fair, but it is fair. Yeah.
Okay, so if you were a young driver, how much would you like to pay for your insurance?
My insurance, I don't know.
Or how much do you think is a reasonable amount for you to pay?
A month. I thought it would be in the hundreds. Did you say it was 2,000?
A year.
Oh, a year. Okay. Probably about like 200.
A month? Or a year?
No, a month. A year. That's mad cheap.
Yeah, that's how much it is for people who are over 25. A year.
Really?
Yeah.
My mum said she pays like 100 or 60 something. That's mad cheap.
So with that being said, do you think it's fair that under 25 should pay?
I think they generalise too much. They should have more leeway for different types of drivers. Like, if you think about it, say like you're doing an apprenticeship and you need to drive a lot, but you have to pay for all that insurance. The majority of your money from the apprenticeship, like, what is the pay rate? It's like £4 an hour. How are you going to pay for that? And then buy clothes, and then like pay for travel. It's long. They need to base it on the circumstances, and they need to put more like different factors into play to be able to make it reasonable. Because it's a bit mad. 2,000 a year.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Now, we've seen what a young driver thinks about car insurance for young drivers. We're now going to see what someone who's older thinks about car insurance for young drivers. We're going to ask them whether they think it's fair. We're going to ask them then on their opinion, and we're going to compare the two, see how it contrasts compared to how a young driver feels and an older driver feels.
Yes, so I'm Sylvie, and I'm Alex's mum, and I've been driving since 1990. That's when I passed my test. I was about 25. Been driving for 27 years.
Okay, so what is your opinion on young drivers?
Well, do you mean young drivers under 25?
Yeah, under 25, so 17 to 25.
17 to 25. Well, I think they can be quite, some, not all, but some can be quite reckless. They can speed. They don't have, until they are 25, they don't feel danger. They take risks, unnecessary risks as well, which means that they are more likely to have accidents.
Do you think it's fair that young drivers are charged exorbitant amounts for their insurance? So the average price of insurance for a 17-year-old is
£2,000. So do you think that's fair or not?
I think that's fair because they're the age category which are more likely to have accidents and make claims for accidents, and cars cost a lot more now to repair than they used to.
Yeah. When you were a young driver, how much was your insurance?
Well, I can't remember exactly how much my insurance was because I was 25 and it's 27 years ago. But obviously it probably wouldn't have been as much as that because don't forget I was over 25 when I started driving. I think there was a lot less people under the age of 25 who owned a car and used to drive then than there are now.
With that being said, if you were a young driver nowadays, would you be prepared to pay £2,000 plus?
Only if I lived at home.
Thank you very much.
So, as we can tell, compared to young drivers and older drivers, an older driver thinks that it is fair to charge exorbitant amounts for car insurance. This is basically due to the fact that an older driver has had more encounters and more experience. My opinion, I think that being a young driver, I feel like it is unfair that young drivers are charged higher rates. Although I do believe that most young drivers do cause accidents, I do feel that young drivers do drive very recklessly and dangerously. However, I think that is a very large generalization. Not all young drivers are going to drive recklessly. However, some do, and unfortunately, because some do, we all have to suffer.